Everybody, welcome back to Mondays with Mark. Monday, and I'm Mark. Thank you so much for joining me again this week. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, engage in the comments. I love reading everything that you guys have to say. And if you have any suggestions or any future topics you'd like to see me discuss here on Mondays with Mark, that's the best place to leave them. And if you do, I'll make sure that I include them into circulation to make sure that you are getting the value that you're looking for out of this channel. But without further ado, this week it's my annual what to do this summer with your dog. As most of you know, I have a dog that takes over much more of my life than probably should. But if you're a crazy dog parent like I am, then you obviously want to know what's going on event wise in the city so you can take your furry friends with you and put them in your calendar and make sure that you don't miss any of them. So without further ado, let's get into it. And we're going to start with two that are static. They happen every single week on Saturday and Sunday, and it's the London Group Dog Walk. And it's something that my wife and I have been doing for the past 2 years. Every Sunday morning, and we absolutely love it. We've made some really, really good friends through that group that we now connect with outside of the dog walking group. So it's a really great way to socialize, meet other like-minded dog people, and it's a great way to train your dog. A lot of the dogs that have come to the pack walk, start off as being a little bit reactive with other dogs, not really great in big group social settings. And watching these dogs evolve week after week after week of watching them interact with other dogs, and all of us are aware of what your dog is going through, and we are all very mindful. We make sure that we give your dog as much space as they need to feel comfortable until they don't need that space anymore. And it's amazing to see them just interact with each other and run around like they're old friends. It really is a trip to see for yourself. So that takes place every Saturday at 11 o'clock at Gibbons Park, or Sundays at 10 at Springbank Park. And they're both about an hour. It's about 2 to 3 kilometers. Obviously, you're held to what you feel comfortable with. If you don't want to do the whole walk, you don't have to. You can tap out halfway, a quarter way. Sometimes if it's way too hot or way too cold, we don't do the whole walk. We just do a section of it. But it is very flexible. So and it's free. So you don't have to sign up. All you got to do is show up before the start time. So before 11 o'clock on Saturday, before 10 o'clock on Sunday, and join the walk. Meet some new people, help train your dog, and have some fun. So those, like I said, every weekend those two go on. Now let's talk about the big events. So obviously coming up, we've got Dorchester Pet Fest, which is the end of July. I believe it's the 27th of July, and that's in Dorchester, Ontario. So just a few minutes outside of London, but they have basically everything that you could think of. They got swimming pools, agility courses, all kinds of vendors, basically everything that you would expect at a dog event, it's going to be there. So that is in Dorchester on the 27th of July. On the 17th of August, we have Howlooza, or formerly Bark in the Park. And that's at Plunkett Estates. And it's actually this huge plot of land in London that they just completely take over for a couple of days and do this amazing dog fest. And it's got dock jumping. There's a big lake on the property, and just the same, they've got massive agility courses and all the vendors that you could think of: boarders, trainers, groomers, dog food, free samples. They give you toys. Like it is amazing to go. This one does cost a little bit of a fee. It's nothing too expensive. You have to I have to do a little bit more research on it, but I think the last time we went, it was about $15 or $20 or something like that. So very reasonable. You do get a bunch of free stuff while you're there as well. So you can think of that entry fee as you're kind of paying to get all the stuff that's there. They have food trucks. Literally, you can make an entire day out of it. We went last year and it was an absolute blast. So I encourage you to look into that. Of course, there is the Wiener Fest Festival. So if you're a big fan of those Wiener dogs, then you make sure that you don't want to miss this one. This is on the 22nd of June, and that's in Woodstock, Ontario. Again, it's about 20-ish minutes or so outside of London. It's a full day event on Saturday, so you want to make sure that you get down there nice and early, find your parking. If you have a Wiener dog that is going to be in some of the events or the competitions, then again, you want to make sure you get there with plenty of time to spare. Yeah, so that's kind of, in a nutshell, a few of the events that are coming up this summer here in London. And if you are looking for any more information on any of these events, then please feel free to contact me. Or if you're looking for a dream home with your dog's dream backyard, then that's exactly why we should meet. And my information is never difficult to find. You can find me here on YouTube every Monday. You can find me on Facebook. I also do Mondays with Mark, a real version. So if you're looking for something a little bit more condensed, then I encourage you to check that out. And also, you can find me on Instagram, all of that good stuff as well. So thank you so much for joining me this week. And I will see you next Monday for Mondays with Mark. In the meantime, be safe and have an amazing week.